I really, 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 really hate myself. You know, you can feel so unbelievably lost and horrible and like you're nothing and you're invisible and for no reason at all, which is almost worse than having a reason. It's the way that my brain works and it's like, you know, Billie, what's wrong? I don't fucking know. Like me, that's what. And it's like, who hurt you? I'm like,
somebody keeps getting sparkling water, and I don't know who.
Someone's getting fired. Someone's getting fired.
I don't know who to blame for it.
Don't point at me.
Shawn Mendes texted me, but I didn't respond.
And I was so embarrassed after I recorded the song because I'm just talking shit. And I'm like,
my dad's cool because, you know, I'm sure he'd maybe rather me not have my tits out all the time, but he'd rather me have my tits out and be a good person than have a shirt on and be a bitch. Which
You're kind of the worst kind of a Scorpio moon in your dark, at your deepest, ugliest, darkest level is very, very, very ugly.
Transformers actor Mark Wahlberg beat and blinded a Vietnamese guy just because he was Vietnamese. Also this, in June 1986, Wahlberg and 3 friends chased after 3 black children while yelling "Kill the N-word, kill the N-word" and throwing rocks at them. The next day, Wahlberg and others followed a group of school children taking a field trip on a beach, yelled racial epithets at them, threw rocks at them, and summoned other white males who joined in the harassment.
J-Lo and I came out around the same time when her first album came out. And Rodney Jerkins actually came and wrote this wonderful song for me called If I Gave Love. And you know, the Jennifer Lopez song was If You Had My Love. He wrote the same song for her. I heard that it was because Puff Daddy walked in and said, I want that song. We backed off of it because J-Lo had such a machine at the time.
How did a melody that she had locked down over the summer, last summer, suddenly appear on Jennifer Lopez's album? This was something that really bothered her.
I wrote Ain't It Funny.
Okay, now did you sing the reference to it? Because I hear you all over the song.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why didn't they take a shot to you off the song?
A Scorpio sun will attack somebody directly. A Scorpio moon, very indirect, very slithery and slimy. Ooh, when you guys are dark, you guys are ugly, ugly dark.
she always has these long lists of like diva demands. She was supposed to be going to India to perform, but she asked for a private plane. She also asked for an exorbitant amount, that's what they're saying, of hotel rooms for her huge entourage. She has all these assistants and stylists and a personal chef. In this particular case, there were 90 people supposedly in her entourage. So you know what they said? What? Thanks, but no thanks. So they said, we're gonna go with Pitbull. He doesn't have...
I didn't see Mariah because at the time she wasn't playing. She hadn't started yet.
Who?
But I saw Britney, I saw Shania.
No, I'm playing because that's what Mariah said about Jennifer one time. I'm not trying to start anything. I'm just...
she does say that.
Yeah, she does.
She's forgetful, I guess.
Yes.
I don't know. We've met many times. I don't know her that well.
I whispered something shady to Jen when we went to commercial break, and Jen goes, "Why didn't you say that when the camera was rolling?" I was like, nope, I'm not getting involved.
For nearly 6 whole minutes, an eternity on live TV, a sparkling Mariah Carey stumbled through a 3-song set, including some of her most famous multi-octave songs.
Did you hear about Jay-Z's new streaming service?
No, I did not.
He's got this new streaming service, and artists are it's basically owned by artists.
Okay.
You think you would want to be a piece of that? If you look at...
Leave those bees alone, Beyonce.
And although the competition was narrowed down to just 4, shockingly, J-Lo didn't get it.
Rough weekend, Suzanne?
What?
Rough weekend? I'm playing. You look cute. That's the great thing about working, you know, on shows and like in radio and stuff. You can dress any way you want when you go to work. It's got to be fun for the entire. No, it's cute. No. I said it's cute. It is fancy.
According to Rosie Perez in her new book, Handbook for an Unpredictable Life, she fell out with J-Lo a long time ago, back when J-Lo was dancing as a fly girl on Living Color, and Perez was, of course, the choreographer for the women. She says that she could tell there was a divaness coming out of J-Lo very early, as the women very much complained about her behavior. She was getting, you know, bad looks, side eyes from them about a lot of things.
You have the best booty, obviously, in the planet. Distant second, who would it be? Kim Kardashian or Beyonce?
Oh, God.
Have you seen both of those?
Are those
booties
the
in
only
person?
choices?
Leave those bees alone, Beyonce. Leave those bees alone, Beyonce.
In our morning meeting, as soon as I heard her name, I was like, nope. Nope, and I immediately picked up my device. You know, when you want to ignore people and you start scrolling at nothing because I've checked out of this meeting.
The most random thing is that Lindsay's life coach is Shireen from House Party. There she is. Isn't it amazing how all these black women have had to come in and save Lindsay? Now look, no, it's very random. Look, I think about it. You know, you've got Sean Hawley, the lawyer, who's kept her out of jail, except for that little hiccup. Then you've got Oprah with the Oprah Show. And now you've got Shireen. All right, Lindsay, well, get it together. Nobody's laughing anymore.
Uh-oh. Mm-mm. Nope. Not again.
You know, sometimes if you blink hard, you can blink them back. Get it together. Oh my gosh, I'm catching feelings. I'm catching feelings. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Oh. 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 Oh.
While talking to a leading news website, the Wrecking Ball singer said, "I'm not trying to be in the squad. None of my friends are famous, and not because of any reason other than I just like real people who are living real lives because I'm inspired by them. I would rather spend my time working on music, smoking weed, and playing with my pets."
Is it emotional because you feel just that weight on you all the time? That fame is just...
I miss people. Sorry.
Here you go.
I miss people.
Just having normal conversations with people?
Yeah, I miss people. I miss, you know, going anywhere and meeting a random person and saying hi and having a conversation about life. I love people.
I'm not gonna do Hannah Montana, but I can give you an update on what she's been up to. She was murdered.
Hey guys, how's it going?
I'm fucking terrified. Fuck you, Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone magazine. It's the last thing.
Wanna do it now?
It's very weird when like old dads come up and are like, "Hey, can we take a picture? Let's do the tongue thing." I'm like, "What tongue thing are you talking about?" You might want to take a few minutes to Google me.
Oh yeah? Okay, I'll be right back. You've been busy.
Yeah. I got a lot of personality. In this world, there's already Adam Levine. We don't need two.
Amen, sister. Just before you go, I got my ass out.
There we go.
So there you go. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for blessing.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, booty's out. Look at that booty.
Me and Miley Cyrus's booty, what's up?
You are almost naked. You are really.
Almost.
You're wearing
They always
a cape.
keep me almost, the TV.
Where do you get an outfit like this? Is this available for
Really
purchase?
close to where we're filming. Hollywood Boulevard usually has.
Is that right?
They have a lot of these.
I am embarrassed now.
Couldn't keep their hands off each other on Tuesday night while hanging out outside the Palm restaurant in Beverly Hills, where Miley was reportedly shooting a new music video. The situation starts out sweet as the two swap some kisses, but things quickly escalate as Stella seems to push Miley's hand.
Come on, man. No, shut up. I'm not letting anything out. I'm gonna hold it in.
How are you? Are you okay?
Yes, Brendan, everything is not a breakdown. Christ. I hate crying around him.
It's nice to put a smile on people's faces, and honestly, some of my most touching moments, some of my most touching moments with my Wendy watchers are people who say they've battled cancer, and I helped them get through chemotherapy, or, you know, while they were pregnant and couldn't do as much as they used to, but I was there for them. What a mess. Wow. What a gentleman.
You're amazing. Thank you. I don't make me cry, so I can't really talk about it. I don't know why it makes me so upset. It just really makes me just really upset. So I really hope people know I'm not, like, I couldn't fake it. I just, like, it's just, you know, my grandma's sitting here and my mom's here and I go home to my 7 dogs, and if I didn't have that anymore, it'd just be really hard. So I'm really happy to help any way that I can, and I hope people understand and can put themselves in those people's shoes and just know what it feels like to have everything taken away from you.
Yeah.
So, you're...
How did I get so unlucky to run into you? Got down all your license numbers, and my security's on it right now. You guys are
Oh, really?
completely inappropriate.
Thank you.
Oh, there's nothing you can follow me. This guy's calling the police on you. You were driving dangerously.
Okay.
You're following me no more. You got your pictures, cool?
Yeah.
All right, cool. See you guys then. Don't even start asking me
Please.
questions at 1 a.m. Shut up.
Yeah.
Don't even try to
Come
talk
on,
to me at 1
make
a.m.
it easy for everyone.
Is it?
Yeah, shut up.
You're so mean a little bit.
You're so pathetic. Not mean, you're annoying.
I don't know if you really have a girl
Shut up,
crush
I will-
on Kristen Stewart.
Shut up. You want to shut up. Trust me. Shut the fuck up.
What?
Hey, bro. Hey. We've only just met.
Dude,
well, look, I
do
want
you like sparkling water?
No, who
Thank
does?
you.
It's the biggest waste in the world.
It's horrible.
What a
It's
waste
like
of bottle.
it's like a soda's fart.
Maybe we could move into Kylie's new place for like a little bit.
I would seriously stab myself.
Come on, Kylie. I would do it for you. I'm gonna ask Kanye if he's into that idea.
Nobody's staying at my house.
Well,
I haven't been invited.
Why are you taking this seriously?
You're so
annoying. Because I'm having issues.
But it doesn't matter. This is about somebody else.
If we don't.
What's wrong?
Why are you crying? What are you crying about?
I thought she was joking.
I thought she was crying too. Why are you crying? There's an image that I feel constantly pressured to keep up with. In order to like stay relevant for the public, I have to be on Instagram and I have to be on Snapchat, just keeping people entertained. I'm sad.
I think you should experience it. You always say I want to experience things, but I don't think you actually want to experience things because you would experience it if you wanted to experience things. I don't know what you're talking about.
Posting a selfie is hard because it's a lot of just pressure. It has to be perfect.
Number 2, what made you guys suck is that you have this love-hate relationship with your mother.
Together and have a little bonding moment.
Mom, that 2-hour drive really doesn't get me excited.
Kylie, I need you to come and be with me.
Your mother can do the most slightest, like tiniest little thing and not even be about you. If she tells you no, oh God help you. If your mother tells you no on something, and it doesn't matter how old you are, you could be young, old, doesn't matter. You put your mother on such a high pedestal in your mind that if she denies you anything, you take it as though she's destroyed your entire future and your whole entire life.
Mom, how's she doing?
I don't know.
Why not? I haven't talked to her in 2 weeks.
And so you will make her pay for the rest of her life. Even if whatever she did or didn't do had nothing to do with you. You refuse to see it that way.
Where do we begin with Kris Jenner? People have a love-hate relationship with the mother of the infamous Kardashians and the ex-wife of who we now know as Caitlyn Jenner. Kris has often been criticized for her parenting skills and using her children to gain money and fame. Looking at how her children turned out and the criticisms they give to their own mother, it's safe to say that she shouldn't be writing any parenting books anytime soon.
You have this like obsessive relationship with your mother almost. That mother-child relationship is butt fuggly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. And you'll hold on to her mistakes till the very end, to the bitter end on her deathbed in her grave. You will take her mistakes to her grave.
So you're moving into your house soon. Having a house is a huge responsibility. A huge responsibility that I don't even think that you realize. Do you know how to do your own laundry? I feel like I just learned that normal is very boring, and I feel like I'm not normal, and I'm blessed to be not normal.
Because you're a jerk.
Kate Moss has got something that no one else has got, and no one else can find it, and so that's why they use Kate, because she's the best at what she does.
The ad's director, Mike Figgis, was equally gushing.
Without a doubt, she's the best model I've ever worked with, you know. I mean, all you really have to do is get the light right, and then she hears the shutter, and every time the shutter goes, she gives you another look. You don't have to ask for it, and then if you ask for something, she'll give you that too. So I'd say she is called a supermodel because actually she is the best supermodel around. She's the best at her job. She is the Schumacher of modeling, you know. I
mean, we're talking about the type of person who will get close to other people.
Kate's father, Peter, worked as an airline travel agent. He had been married to Linda since 1971 till 1987. When they divorced, Kate was 13, and this was really heartbreaking news for her. Later, Peter remarried a woman named Inger Solnardal. The mother, Linda, worked as a barmaid and after the divorce got into a relationship with Jeff Coleman. The mother and daughter share a very tight bond and can be even seen together at different events. However, things are not that good between Kate and stepdad. According to Jeff, he put a lot of effort when helping a future starlet, and now she's not paying him off, even though she knows he's battling with cancer.
Just so that they can manipulate and see why a person can be successful. Like if someone is successful and a Scorpio moon person is wondering what is it about them that's making them so good at what they're doing, like if they're in the same profession or something, what that person will do if they notice that person's winning. A Scorpio moon is the type of person who will befriend their quote-unquote competition, because not everybody sees people as competition, but you do. So you'll befriend your competition, so to speak, and will destroy him or her from the inside out.
In the emotional session, the singer revealed she felt ashamed of having suicidal thoughts in the past following her split from Russell Brand.
Did you ever have some bouts to where Katy just didn't want to go on?
Yeah, I wrote a song about it.
Okay.
That's what I guess I do. That's how I process, is I write songs.
And you get rid of those feelings, those
well, yeah.
feelings.
Some of them don't come out fully, and that's why I still do the work.
Which song was that? What lyric comes to your mind?
By the grace of God.
Preacher's kid Katy Perry doesn't believe in heaven or hell. This may not make her father too happy. The 29-year-old star grew up in a deeply Christian household with evangelist preacher parents, but Katy admits she no longer identifies with a single religion.
Quote, I don't believe in heaven or hell or an old man sitting on a throne. I believe in a higher power bigger than me because that keeps me accountable. I'm not Buddhist, I'm not Hindu, I'm not Christian, but I still feel like I have a deep connection with God. I pray all the time. Katy also tells the new issue of Marie Claire magazine, quote, "People don't understand that I have a great relationship with my parents. Like, how can that exist? There isn't any judgment. They don't necessarily agree with everything I do, but I don't necessarily agree with everything they do." Katy says her parents are at peace and they pray for her.
Katy's tearful chat also focused on her feelings of not wanting to be Katy Perry sometimes, and rather longing to be the normal Catherine.
The only intelligent creatures in the universe, especially since we're not.
Oh my God, a dream. There you go. There you go. Oh, man, what the hell is your problem, buddy?
I love you! I love you!
Don't you know anything about paparazzi laws, you dick? You're not supposed to do this!
Damn, you're crazy, you're crazy!
And then, I feel like this video is getting so long, but basically, I feel like another main thing about Scorpio moons, that you might have really transformative emotional experiences. Because if you think about it, Scorpio, Pluto rules transformation, so you might have experiences that change your emotions in a very drastic way.
Before we do it, I'd just like to say that a friend of mine passed away a year ago today. And, could everybody please just put your lights up in honor of him? Please. There we go. Everybody please put your lights up.
Ja was a really complicated human. Despite everything he's been or was, or anybody's thoughts of him as an individual or as a whatever, I get it. You can have your opinions, it's okay, but it's like that was someone that stuck with me and got me through something that I felt like, and this may not be true, but I felt like in the moment I would not have gotten through if it weren't for him.
I have some sort of anxiety, depression, something that's changed my whole life. I take antidepressant medication for it. I have tried to get off of it. My doctor always tells me not to, that it's not safe for me to. Whenever I've tried to, I've gotten very neurotic, manic, sick. So I have had to study all different types of ways. But I was thinking to myself, why is it that I have to dig into all these different areas to figure out how to function? Why don't, there's no way that I have at my fingertips as a, public figure. It's not possible that I have the resources that other kids have. So this is not fair.
Because I start to think about all the people that have tried to stop me, and I get this super intense fury. Yeah, and then I think about how I don't really give a shit if people don't understand what I do, as long as my fans understand. I just don't want my fans to ever feel I just sometimes feel like a loser still, It's crazy because it's like we're at the garden, but I still sometimes feel like a loser kid in high school. And I just gotta pick my shit up. I gotta pick myself up. And I have to tell myself I'm a superstar every morning so that I can get through this day and be for my fans what they need for me to be. But sometimes I still feel like people are trying to destroy me. Well, if I can't be free out there, I'm gonna be free in here.
And that's what this album is? Getting to do whatever you want to do.
Yes, sir.
And not what people are expecting or imposing on you to do.
Excuse me, sorry.
Glenn, get over here. Hi.
My mother and Glenn are good friends, so I'm so very happy that you won this evening. I am so honored by this.
I went to places in my mind and in my heart that I did not know existed or that I could. Thank you so much to the BFCA. This is a tremendous honor. I feel recognized not just for my performance, but for the inner work it took in the creation of this character.
Earlier, and I'll say it again, I invented myself, Lady Gaga. I curated my life to be an expression of my pain. This is how I overcame my depression. It's by creating somebody that I felt was stronger than me. But once I went through all sorts of changes, my career taking off, becoming more isolated, you know, nothing was able to fix how I was genetically made. I was born this way. So how do we now, knowing all of that, no matter how much success you have, no matter how many opportunities, fame, fortune, no matter how many people accept you to your face, the person that really needs to accept you is you.
I'm inspired by all sorts of things. Right now I'm very obsessed with monsters and playgirls.
Oh, can you elaborate on that? What kind of monsters? What kind of...
No, I won't elaborate, I just told you.
Just in case any of you are wondering if I ever lip sync during my performances, the answer is no. I don't lip sync one word of my show. I never have, I never will. And you will never watch me in an arena or on TV or outside anywhere and pay money or watch me for free to watch the bitch lick her way through a set.
That's
Why are you
polypropylene.
asking me to...
Wait, that'll poison you. That's polypropylene.
I'm just so fed up with all of it.
Once? Hey, how about this one? What did you... Oh, no.
Before the interview, she had some risque fun with her prick team.
We need to lift my... Come on.
That's a good gig.
Not really. He hates this. The kid wants...
First of all, I love your Marc Jacobs dress, and the other thing...
I'll let him know.
I can't play this for my husband. I still haven't played it for my mom. She's gonna be very mad at me.
First started singing in your mom's salon? Yes, it's very true, unfortunately, for her clients.
Leave those bees alone, Beyonce. Leave those bees alone, Beyonce.
Lean with it. Rock with it.
Obama and his wife and his children have made, and at last he's here, and it was all worth it. And I'm sorry, I'm so embarrassed, but I'm just so lucky to be a part of this history. It's probably the most important day of my life.
Again? I don't know how to relax. Yeah. Absolutely. I don't like to get a massage. I don't like to...
Oh.
No, I don't.
Oh, I like to get a massage.
Yeah, I go a little far.
You're 5 hours late here. And
man, shut the fuck up.
Come on, man.
No, we just saw you on Twitter from the border.
I'm 5 hours late. Nigga, I'm here. Nigga, be happy I'm here and ask some real questions.
Yeah, I was just wondering why you were so late, and I saw you were twittering about you being stopped at the border.
I was late because I went to go get some chicken wings. That's why I was late.
Okay. Hi, MTV. Look at my new hairstyle. Don't you love it?
Basically, just pulling off.
Here we are on the set of Beyonce's new video. I'm so bad at this.
Hello, I'm Beyonce, and here we are on the set of my new video for my song, Listen. You'll love it. Didn't see me with the Steadicam. I held the Steadicam. It was very, very heavy, but I did a very good job. Because anything I do very, very well, without much effort.
You know I'm being embarrassed when I watch this on TV.
They're not going to show
Oh, no, they're showing it, trust.
Terrible with words,
And I know I write the words, but I forget them all the time. And it's really cool when you can put the mic out and they just sing for you. It's like, thank you for saving me, because I really did not know what.
Если он хочет делать, и он может, почему нет? Ой, народ, а почему ты здесь? А он пробует еще и будет. Это то же самое.
It's late. This is my bodyguard.
Like, you can kind of seem very even-tempered, but then go through something that just changes your whole emotional outlook or emotional state. So yeah, overall, this moon sign is very intense. It's very powerful, and you can really use your power for good.
I also think that if you feel like shit, you should let yourself feel like shit. Sort of overall, people's view of the world is like, you know, everything is great when you're little and you get older, and then, you know, the world is like then you feel things. So like, you can't feel things until you're like in your 20s or whatever. I'm like, bro, what? Like, dude, until you're like, I feel at least 18, maybe at least 20. That's when you're doing everything for the first time. Whatever you're doing is for the first time. Everything that you feel, yeah, it could get worse or yeah, it could get better, but it's still as big as it's ever. And he didn't even know. He hit. It's really weird to talk about because I don't think he was human, to be honest. And he didn't think he was human. I remember him telling me once, he was just like, no, I'm not human. You're not human. We're both aliens. You know, we're not on this earth, really. And it's like, he would always say crazy shit like that, and I would always be like, man, shut the fuck up. But, you know, he was a goofy ass dude, but he just was, all he was trying to do was be better. You know, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you I knew him really well. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that he, like, you know, that we were best friends and we ruled, like, we weren't at all. I didn't know him very well at all. Not at all. And he had the biggest impact on me, I feel like, more than anybody else did. And, like, I haven't talked about him since that whole thing. Nobody's really asked me because, you know, it was a lot and unbelievably disgusting. That whole thing was disgusting and horrifying. And, you know, due to his past, when I posted what I posted, my friend had been killed, and I was told to delete what I had posted because it was going to damage me through the internet because of people's opinions and people's thoughts. I get that at this much, I get that. But what I feel like the main thing that I realized was, like, nothing matters at all between life and death. Nothing matters. The internet, fucking trash. The fact that, like, I don't know, and it's like, it's fine, they were just trying to protect me because the world has a lot of views and a lot of opinions, and I get it, and it's whatever, but it's like, dude, that was my person. That was my person. And he was a lot of people's person, you know? It's like insane to, like, see now because I just see the impact that he had on people and the impact that he had on me, and I barely even knew him. And that's insane. That's unbelievably insane. And people that didn't even know him, the impact that he had on them, you know? Like, oh my God. He was like a beam of light and just tried to do everything for other people. That was like the most selfless kid I've ever met in my life. Hands down. He'd text me like every day if I was okay. He'd call me and be like, hey, I'm just checking in if you're good. Who does that?